Here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have... Bottom left-hand corner of Alkione, we have the red Zerg player representing Clan Pigs, which I do not believe... This is not the Pig Clan. This is something different. It is iMarx. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player. In the chat, they are complete noob, and in-game, they are bad macro. You don't have bad macro, papi. Ah! This is not the first time we've casted Complete Noob's replay. Now remember, we were praised. They were like, papi, your macro, it's good, papi. It's good. He's like, okay, maybe it's not bad macro. It's okay macro. Shaking my head, shaking my head. You're too harsh on yourself, papi. You're too harsh. We're getting into our PVZ. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll do this, actually. This will be better. Should have been doing this. Bam, there we go. As we're getting into our game. So far, we do have a hatch first. It's going to be a hatch gas pool out of iMarx. Oh, never mind. It's going to be a hatch pool opener. Okay. Hatch pool gas. Interesting setup, an interesting order. Slight variation here. A little bit less efficient, or less economic, I should say. Interesting opener nonetheless. Meanwhile, back at home, we're going for a Gate Cyber Expand. What looks to be a Gate Cyber Expand out of our Protoss. Oh, no, wait, no. There we go. Gate Expand Cyber. There we go. The positioning of the probe threw me off a little bit. The buildings are a little bit late, but it's all good. It's all coming together. It's all making sense. Something that okay, if I want to say one thing, because I'm scared. Something that I'm a little bit concerned by is that typically we want to throw down the Cyber Core as a part of the wall, so that when the Zealot comes out, we can fully wall off. So it is a little bit risky to do this. If the Zerg player was going for a 12 pool, and we did Probe Scout, to be fair, we did Probe Scout to confirm, but if we did have a faster pool opener here, then this natural base would be actually quite exposed, and I'd be a little bit concerned for its life. So, wait, I think there's a hole, yeah. It's a wall, you know, we have a full wall off. Not the best wall, but a wall nonetheless. It's okay. As we have, oh no, complete throwing down a proxy pylon across the map as well. And it is going to be a Twilight Council opener. Are we going to be seeing DTs? This could be a proxy Dark Shrine from our Protoss player. Gateway is thrown down. What is the purpose of this Twilight Council? I wonder. Could be Blink, could be Charge, could be Dark Templar. Meanwhile, back at home, the Zerg player is just going to be droning. We have Link Speed on the way. We're pulling out of gas. Oh, we're pulling out, Papi. Let's go. Pulling out of gas, just being that much more efficient, and focusing on Link Speed, focusing on droning. Our Zerg player here has missed their queens, though. We have a third queen on the way, but the fourth queen is very late, so that's a little bit concerning. And there it is. A Dark Shrine is thrown down in the main. As we get into this, a big shout out as well to Pesevenga. Venga? Gracias, papi, gracias. Thank you so much for subscribing for 4 months. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Ga, papi, ga. Thank you so much. All the money that we make here on the channel goes towards our tournaments, goes towards our events. So thank you. Thank you. We do always appreciate the support. Gracias, papi, gracias. Hope you enjoy your replays. Hope you enjoy your replay packs, and I hope you enjoy your emotes. We appreciate it. Oh. Meanwhile, we are just going to be droning on up here. iMarx is none the wiser. We have reached the 4-minute mark, and this is the time, especially if you don't believe it's going to be a Stargate opener, this is when we need a Roach Warren. Safety Roach Warren, additional queens as well. We are working with 4 queens, and the Dark Shrine is about to finish up. Warp Gate was heavily delayed, actually, but it's finishing up just in time with the Dark Shrine, so maybe it was intentional, as the Warp Gates are going to be kicking in. There it is. Roach Warren is thrown down. Do we have any detection? 0 spores. Uh-oh. 0 spores. Layers on the way. There's a lot of potential. 1 DT in each mineral line, and we can kill everything. We can deny so much mining time. How are we going to split up these DTs? There we go. We have 1 for the third, 1 for the natural, and 1 for the main. Drones are being forced off the mineral line. We have droned up to 50. Good droning here from our Zerg player, but we're in a lot of trouble. We have spore crawlers on the way. We try to dive on them. Good hold position, a good surround on these spores. Meanwhile, DT in the main base. We are an A move. We're going to be attacking the queens, which means eventually these DTs will be cleaned up. Spore is done, but they get fully surrounded by the drones. Up! They barely get a kill, but the second spore finishes. The DTs go down. But there's still one DT in the main. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're just going ham here on the workers. One-shotting drones one after the other, and I will have a look after this with 21! 22! 22 drones going down. Ay, ay, ay. And we're not done because there's no spore here at the third base either. These DTs are winning. Complete the game. Oh my god. And we could even go for the hatchery. Could even go straight for the hatchery as well. As you turn around and we swipe away at the queens. Again, when it comes to Zerg players, typically if you, we should have seen a faster scout into the main. The Overlord into the main base we didn't even commit to the main, but it was just non-existent. Didn't know what was happening. Should have gotten eyes on the Twilight Council. Once we realized there's a Twilight Council opener, we throw down safety spore crawlers, and we would have been ready for this. But alas, the lack of scouting is costing iMarx the game. As there's still no spore. Where's the it just now starts. DT could have gotten some extra damage here, but at last we are heading towards the main army instead, or towards the fourth base location, just to make sure that there is no fourth hatchery. And just like that, complete is up in workers, third base is on the way, and we're getting into charge. And that's a gateway explosion. That is 8 gateways. We can even go for an 8-gate all-in. As the DT has been revealed, iMarx with a Baliness, Roach Speed. Are we going to be droning, or are we going to be doubling down here for an all-in? Roaches are in production. iMarx not droning up that third, but we are taking additional gases, so it looks like we are going to be macking. There it is. We have the Bay on the way. Immortal production. Charge as well out of a complete. Just taking on up. We're pretty safe here. We're even going to be walling off. This is going to be the 9th and the 10th gateway. Am I crazy? Yeah. Sorry, it's 8 gates at home. This is the 9th gateway. This is going to be the 11th and 10th gateway. Ay, ay, ay. That's a lot of gates. Arguably too many considering our economy, but it's fine. We have a Stargate on the way as well. Okay, never mind. Temple Archives. We've changed our mind. And I do appreciate this. You know, Charger, Archon, Immortal is a very solid army composition. Can work wonders. Especially with an economic lead. And iMarx put himself a little bit further behind. What I mean by that is that because iMarx wasn't really certain about what was happening, he hasn't even really seen the third base. Instead of droning and instead of resaturating this third, he made an army. And that means that iMarx, he didn't just lose workers, he hasn't been making workers until now. So he is just 1 or even 2 steps behind economically compared to complete. Again, the droning here has been heavily delayed. And a lot of that, I think, does come down to the fact that I think iMarx was just scared of an attack. And as a result, we're still recovering economically. We do have a 4th base on the way, with a Rich Vesting Gas Geyser. Still hasn't quite seen that gateway, and we have a cheeky DT coming in to deny the hatchery. That's unfortunate. Feel Zerg, man. Feel Zerg. Hatchery is going to be going down. Meanwhile, back at home. How many gates? Oh my god. I don't think we can even afford to warp in from this many gateways. It's 13. Papi, we can't warp in 13 units at a time. It's not gonna happen. I don't know what to tell you. Jesus. We're up to 13 gateways. We're getting 3 robos for triple robo production, and another Stargate for Skytoss. Look, I appreciate the tenacity here, complete. But the reality is that instead of additional gateways, we could have totally afforded a faster 4th. We could have gotten a faster 4th base. We could have gotten a faster 2nd robo to get into double robo production and tech up a little bit faster as well. All off of just a better economy. So if some of these gateways were just a Nexus and more probes, then we would have seen just a cleaner transition here into a later game. But before I get ahead of myself, yo, shout out to the creep spread. Oh my god, iMarx, papi. It's not even that many tumors. It's one tumor just making its way towards the top left, one tumor towards the center, one tumor towards the right, but we're on top of it. The creep, it's actually encroaching upon the bases of complete. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Meanwhile, we've droned up to 71. But at this point, the army, the quality of the army here for complete is insane. We've got Colossus, Disruptors, Immortals, Charge Lots, Stalkers. Soon to be Sky Toss, I imagine. Just a bit of everything. A Death Ball. Meanwhile, Proxy Gateway is finally going to be going down. We have a massive Baneling run by here towards the 4th. No reaction. The mineral line is going to be going down. Ay. As complete is working towards that 5th. What's important though is that we still have a pretty terrifying army and we can soon move out. I wouldn't be opposed to just vying for map control, moving out with an observer and clearing up a lot of this creep. Taking control of the center of the map at least. Meanwhile, when it comes to the army composition, iMarx is throwing down a Spire, Infestation Bit as well for Hive Tech, for eventually Mutas. Interesting choice here. Yeah, I mean, we are finally joining up to 80, which is good. Against this kind of ground army, I would prefer Lurkers. Like, Hydra Lurker Viper is ideal against this. Without Hydra Lurker Viper, we would have needed a faster Hive to get into Broodlords. So it does feel like, again, the quality of the army for iMarx is less than ideal. We're stuck on a mid-tier army, and this mid-tier army is designed to trade. Like, we need to be in the face, we need to be going for constant Ling Bane run-bys. We have another wall of gateways being thrown down. At this point, though, we're up to 87 probes, so we can probably afford, like, big warp-ins as well. Especially now that we've hit the late game. We've reached the point where we're going to be building up these massive banks, and as we lose an army or as we take some trades, we're going to be warping in immediately to reinforce. Double Forge, Hydroden. This still feels, from the Zerg player, like tech-wise, it feels a little bit haphazard, like a little bit all over the place. We're mass expanding, and hey, the creep, we've taken over the map essentially. Damn, good stuff. We're getting 1/1 upgrades. Nidus Worm on the way. But like the army that we're working with is still just roaches. It's still just a roach army. It's one of those moments where we talk about it all the time. You know, sometimes the soup, it does lie. The soup lies, and even though both armies are 200 supply, one is not like the other. And this is a very inflated army. Roaches, they are very supply inefficient, and they do not scale well into the late game. And this roach army is gonna have a hard time pushing into this. Oh my god. But here we go. Finally, we've reached 200 supply. We're moving out on the map. We're going to be clashing with the Protoss. We have 1 disruptor. Sorry, 3 disruptors in total. Where are the... Oh, there we go. I was like, where are the rest of the disruptors? They're coming in. Clearing up creep. iMarx coming from behind. He catches the disruptors. He gets 1. He gets 2. Big pickoffs here for the Zerg player. He gets caught out of position. Do we have any force fields? Up. No force fields. The Colossus are exposed. Oh, this engagement is not good here for complete. Amazing for iMarx. He gets on top of the Colossi. On top of everything, he will lose a mineral line. But he's good to trade for that. Oh my god, as complete is going to be losing everything. Again, these Zealots, they needed to be on the other side of the army. They needed to be in between the Roaches and the Colossus. And complete will be losing everything. A brutal trade here. It all came down to the fight. It came down to the positioning, and yeah, I mean, complete did kill a base, which is great, but just not the best angle to fight those roaches. And suddenly, iMarx, he's looking good. He's maxed out. What's he remaxing with? I'm not too fond of this. We're remaxing on more roaches. Like, I understand the roach army. Hey, we want to fight. You know, things went well. But now we're getting back into Immortals, making 3 Colossi at a time. as long as Complete can like actually attack from a good angle, as long as he doesn't get surrounded and hit from behind, he should be able to win a fight. But you know, I we'll see. A little bit speechless. Greater Spires on the way. We're working towards Broodlords, Ultras as well. I like the idea of Broodlords. I think Broodlords would be really good in this position. I do think that the Greater Spire is just really late, and we should have worked towards Broodlords a lot sooner. That's my biggest criticism here for the Zerg player. And we'll see how this goes. I also just realized that our upgrades are really late for everyone. Like, we're 15 minutes in, 2-2 on the way. 2-2 on the way here for Complete as well. Are they getting there? So Rame takes down the hatchery. And here we go. iMarx going to be rotating over towards the right-hand side. Do we have Storm? We do. We have Storms and Disruptors. Oh my god. And some rough pathing here from iMarx. A lot of roaches going to be going down. Meanwhile, the Zealot on my left-hand side has been cleaned up, and iMarx going for a big counterattack. Roaches, once again, they get on top of the Colossus. This should not be happening. The Colossi are exposed. One goes down, and the other will go down as well. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know if I should scold Complete or praise iMarx for constantly just somehow bypassing the main army and getting on top of the Colossus. It just keeps happening. How many Colossi do we have? We have 4. We're about to have 6. We're just going mass Colossus. Oh my god. Okay. It almost happened again. Thankfully, this time we have Immortals. I don't think the Colossi are bad against mass Roach, but I think like 2 or 3 is all you really need, and then we invest into Immortals. Immortals just have so much more value here, especially considering we're also getting into Ultras. Oh, but this is not going to be a good fight for Marx. Oh, overextending. The Roaches go down. The Ultras as well. And now it's going to be finally a time with... Sorry, just sneezed. Where did the Immortals just come from? But finally a time where Complete takes a good fight. A better angle here. The entire ground army just gets annihilated. And Complete can keep on pushing. The Colossi go down, but it's okay because we have Immortals and they're what matters most here. As we break on through. Again, it was a really just chaotic fight from the Zerg, coming in from multiple angles, just trickling in with a couple of Roaches, a couple of Ultras here and there. And it looks like Complete has finally done it. And finally, we have a Colossus behind the army, protected by the Stalkers and the Zealots. We love to see it. For the first time this game. As the Ultras are putting in a lot of work, but they're being focused on one after the other. There's only 2 Ultras left, and alas, they do take down the Colossus. But these are expensive trades for the Zerg. Now we're making 11 Ultras at a time. We're remaxing. We're extending a little bit here. We do take down an Ultra, but we are making 11 Ultras at a time. Complete. We gotta back off. We gotta warp in, Pappy. We gotta warp in. Come back home. Broodlord is revealed. Ultras coming out. No, the Immortals, they're left alone. Not like this. I mean, the trait, they kill an Ultra, but not like this, not on their own. Immortals are going down. Stalkers as well. Zealots take down a hatchery. Complete has a massive bank, 5k, 3k bank. We just need to calm down and just consolidate our forces. We need to just warp in, just get a round of warp ins in. And are we going for a base trade? We're going for a base trade. Ultras are going to be moving across the map. Likewise, the Immortals, we need them. We need them to kill these Ultras. Come in, Papi, come in. Or recall back home, something. Fleet Beacon is on the way for Sky Toss. We're still making 3 Immortals at a time. These 3, though, they're on break. They're Chilean. Oh, they are going to actually fight, though. They do go ham on these Ultras. They bring them down. At the same time, we can see iMarx pushing towards that 4th base. Takes down the 5th. Yeah, things are getting a little bit chaotic. iMarx is pushing in once again. We need the ultras back at home. F2 back. Just F2 back home. Come back. Ah. Yeah, with the arrival of these immortals, we can shut down the ultras. 3 of them get caught out though. Good stutter stepping out of complete. Pulling back here to the safety of a slow warping of zealots. Oh my god. The Void Rays have arrived. The Sky Toss is here. The Brood Lords go down and complete. We can fight back. How do we deal with the Void Rays? Hydras, Bobby. Hydras are on the way. The name of this replay was called Clown Fiesta, by the way, and I agree. I can get behind it. Link cannon attack gonna shut down the third. Oh my! We can keep going. We don't need to turn around. What are we gonna do? The Lings, they race back home. A couple of them are gonna commit though. Gonna push into the natural base as the gold is gonna get shut down. The Lings are gonna be able to trade well against the Immortals at least. Ooh, but we don't have Adrenal. We don't have 3-3. The Lings, they don't have the best upgrades, so they get cleaned up. If they were Cracklings, I do think we could have dealt with this. Stalker Immortal does not trade well against Lings. But again, we are lacking those upgrades. No, not this way! No! This is not the way to go! The Immortals, they get thrown away. Immortals are going to be going down. And what's a little bit scary is that Complete is burning through his bank. He is barely mining. He's long distance mining and he doesn't have an economy. Not anymore. We've been losing too many bases and too many workers. And as a result, what you see is what you get. Likewise, a similar story with iMarx, but he has a fully mining base here towards the bottom right. iMarx does have a better economy and is getting into Hydra Lurker. No Vipers, but Hydra Lurker nonetheless. Carriers and Tempest would be ideal. So this isn't proper Skytoss, it's just massive Void Ray. But we can maybe go toe-to-toe with this. Go toe-to-toe with this. We're coming in. Void Rays with the support of these Archons. We can clean up these Hydras. Take him down, Bobby. Take him down. Oh, the Lings there, they take down an entire mineral line. Or they deny mining here at least. As we're pushing in. These things are doing so much denying mining, but we take down a base. The most important mining base for iMarx. We can keep on pushing. But how many Void Rays is this? 12! 12 Void Rays. 0 Hydras left. We have we have Lurkers and Ultras. And we're making Corruptors. Corruptors, they are not ideal against Void Rays. They're gonna melt! And it looks like Complete has finally done it. He has completed his army. In a way. Archons, Void Rays, Charge Lots. Oh my god, do we have detection? We do! Lurkers are doing what they can, but the Void Rays are just going ham on this Zerg army. There is no answer. No Hydras, no Vipers, no Parasitic Bombs. No answer to the mass Void Ray. It's 2021 again. GG gets called and Complete. We'll take the series. We'll take the game 1-0. A roller coaster ride of emotions. There were some good moments though. There were some good moments. Some rough moments as well, is what I will say. But GG overall. GG, well played. GG. Well played. Complete will take the game in the end. You know, you say you have bad macro, but you know, like your bases were looking good, your worker count as well. We were dropping probes and we weren't rebuilding them. That is true, which was killing us in the end, but it's okay. We did well. We did well, Bab. Did well. GG. GG, well played. I'm scrolling up in the chat. I'm catching up. I don't actually like Skytoss, but I've legit lost gains for not building a Stargate and losing to air switches. Yeah. It's something that that comes with experience here with StarCraft, is that like I'm guilty of this as well. Like I'm personally, I'm not too fond of making infestors, but there are certain scenarios where you need infestors. Likewise with PvZ, with Skytos, if your opponent is getting into lurkers, you do need Skytos. If they're getting to Hydra Lurker Viper, like Skytos is typically a must. So you have to be able to embrace it from time to time. Embrace it, man. Must be. Oh, good night, Slowbro. Good night. Buenas noches. Look, I'm a hero fan. There's a delay, right? Yeah, there's a 2-minute delay. 2-minute delay on stream. It's a bait hole, true. I still read your name as Completon. Yeah, I said the first time I saw Complete Noob, I also said Completon as well, and then I looked at it for a moment and I was like, oh, that's a word. There's numbers, they're a word, man. It's good when you miss a lot of warpins. True, true. But yeah, I hope everyone had a great time. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Again, we're just having a chill moment here with, oh wait, hold on. Just having a chill moment here, just catching up on some viewer replays that have been redeemed over the past couple of weeks. Time for 500 gateway insta remax. Calculated. But yeah, with that, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much everyone for, again, submitting replays as well. It's been a lot of good fun. A lot of good fun. And we are done. We are done for the morning. We just wrapped up with the Tenacious Turtle Tussle. We ended it with some viewer replays, and yeah, we won't have another viewer replays cast like this for another couple of weeks. You know, we tried to just bank up some replays over some broadcasts, and then we just bring them all together here for one big broadcast at the end of a tournament. And yeah, with that, we are done for now. If you want to tune into more of the Cranky Ducklings, we're going to be live in a couple of hours. Let me just double check. Let's get the let me just double check here. We're going to be live in 8 hours time. Oh, I can sleep. I don't need to sleep. I'm fine. In 8 hours time, we're going to be live with WTL, with World Team League, day number 3. We're going to be covering Starlight Twinkle versus Dragon Kaiser Gaming and Shopify Rebellion versus Psystorm. Let's go. I'm looking forward to Shopify versus Psystorm. Is Scarlet playing? Let me just double check. I haven't seen Scarlet compete in WTL in a while. Don't get enough Scarlet. Yes, it is going to be Beyond versus Spirit, Lambo versus Max Pax, and Scarlet versus Geralt to end the night. Oh my god, beautiful. So yeah, we are going to have an amazing night of StarCraft. Again, that is in 8 hours. 8 hours time, so it's quite a ways away. Until then, I'm just gonna be working. I have a lot of VODs to edit. I have a lot of VODs to edit and thumbnails to produce, and we got to schedule VODs for YouTube and all that stuff. So there's a lot of things behind. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that we have to get through and get going. So I will be on that. Fun fact, before I went live today, I even requested and I submitted a form for partnership. For those who don't know, we aren't partnered on Twitch. We've been trying to for the past couple of years, trying to be partners, but we don't have the viewership. We don't have the viewership to be partner on Twitch. But recently we have been getting a little bit better. We have been growing over the past, I want to say 2-3 months. Relatively recently, we've gotten like a growth spurt, which has been really fun. It's been we really do appreciate it, and maybe it's enough to become partner, which means we get a little bit of a better output out of our subs, which would be nice. I think at the moment we get 25% from subscriptions, and I think partnership is like 50%, so pretty big jump. We'll see. We'll see if we get that. We'll see if we can get there. as it's going to take a couple of days for them to get back to us. So fingers crossed that we can get partnership. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. I'm not too sure who. We'll kind of check the directory, pick and choose, and give them a chance. If you are unsatiated, if you want some more StarCraft action, I believe ESL Masters is tonight as well, alongside WTL. So check it out. And after the WTL cast tonight, I think we will do a co-stream. I will be co-streaming ESL Masters Americas. So plenty of content on the horizon. Until then, thank you so much for watching. You can follow us on the socials: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. All things Cranky Ducklings. You can also follow myself, _VIP. If I have enough time, I might stream on my personal channel today. Before the cast, maybe. Again, I got a lot of work to catch up on. I got a lot of VODs to edit, and I have a lot of replay packs to put together as well. We do provide replay packs to all of our subscribers, from like Kung Fu Cup and the Tenacious Turtle Tussle and Sparkling Tuna Cup and all that stuff. So we'll have to put them all together as well. So yeah, with that, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys in 8 hours for World Team League. Until then, hasta luego. Bye.